I'm about to go underwater and dive. I got my little sketched out GoPro mount. This pool's about 7-ish feet deep. Not 7 to 9. I'm not positive exactly of the depth, but I'll record myself under there so you'll see me. Okay, let's dive in. See what I did there? Okay. Besides the goofing. Okay, so as you can see, here's me underwater. So the weights help pull you down, but you need to have a large enough amount of weight to be able to keep you down. As you can see here, I'm not having to really hold myself down. A little bit, as you can see, I have to keep myself a little bit down, but it's, sorry for repositioning the camera. I had to, just wasn't in the right position. Now, it's just, you kind of have to keep yourself underwater a little bit, depends on how much weight you use. I used a pretty decent amount. I would not call it copious, but it was just enough to keep me underwater without hindering my swimming abilities. Now there's the bag there. You can see it on my back, and my hair is all in my face. But it's pretty simple, and you have to be careful with the air chuck because, as you can see there, it blows out quite a bit of air, and if you do too much at one time, it can get kind of scary, and too much can be scary, and it's just not good. Now, let's reposition the camera again. At this point, I've been underwater for about 1 minute and 20 seconds now. That's about the most I've gotten is 2 minutes, actually, is the most I've gotten out of this. But yeah, it works pretty well, and, now I'm gonna bring the camera back up to the surface. This is a pretty accurate depiction of what it's like to be underwater. But yeah, so there's that dive. Gasping for air, I see. Now, the next dive that I did, so this is the next dive I tried. I tried it without the bag being attached to me to see how well that fared for me. I kind of had to get used to it because I was so used to being weighed down by the bag. Sorry for the crazy camera. I'll just skip through this part. To just very I'm shaking the camera. At this point, I'm holding the camera and trying to use the air chuck at the same time. It's kind of sketchy, and I couldn't film very well, especially because I'm trying to hold myself down in the process of keeping myself full of air. So, but yeah, so it works pretty well. At certain depths, the further you go down, the less air will be able to escape because of the pressure. But at this depth, I had full 2 minutes, and this I'm in this video. I'm underwater for a full 2 minutes, so I got a lot of air. So, and I turn around the camera to show you that. That was what I mounted the GoPro on the last video. But yeah, there's my brother swimming in the water. The pool looks totally weird with the fisheye lens on the GoPro. It looks fine. There's the air coming out. But I tried a snorkel-like fitting with a regulator on it, or like a check valve on it, but it didn't work very well. For some reason, it just blew a bunch of air in my lungs. In a second, my brother again. It just blew way too much air into my lungs. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't really like it. If you want to, you could try to figure it out, or maybe even attach it to a regulator. If you have an old scuba regulator hanging around, I'm not positive. I need to do a little more study on how those things work. But here you can see my last full breath. It was really running out of air, so I just kind of showed you the air coming out. But, yeah, it holds up really well, and you get a really decent dive out of it if you're just wanting to hang out underwater. And super cool. And this is the point at which I was almost partially drowning, and I spat at the lens. That looks terrible. Okay. But yeah. So, that is my diving thing. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But it works really well, and I will probably make another one and make a video of how to make one. I might use this with my diving helmet. Probably not, because I want to actually use a full air tank, like a scuba tank for my diving helmet rather than this. Scuba tanks can be pressurized way higher PSI than these can. And with pressuring it to 60 PSI, I've noticed that the there's a couple areas where it's starting to buckle. Well, no, there's just one area. There's this weird little indent that it has on the top. Actually, right here, I'll show you a picture. That right there, it almost kind of like bulges out from the pressure. I'm not sure if that's dangerous for its structural integrity. Probably is, but I'm not too concerned. Um, but I would just be careful, be wary, keep your eye out, do your research, and you should do fine. But yeah, that is my my diving tank, and it works really well. It's fun to do. Would not advise to try this if you're under 16, but if you're above, it's really fun. Worth a try if you want to experiment, and it's okay with your parents because parents matter and they care about your life. And if they caught you doing this and they didn't want you to do it, you'd probably be in big trouble. But yeah, okay. I thank you guys for watching and thank you for your support. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.